Come on. You know who it is and you know boy it is. It's the dynamic duo that you know, love and appreciate. It's your boy T.
It's your boy F.
And we here another week, another episode. Agenda Over Facts. Season 2, episode 23. Turning it out like it's clockwork. Whilst you're here, if it's your first time, welcome. Your second time, welcome back. Or if you're just an avid Agenda Over Facts member, you know how the thing goes already, man. You know how to set and be. Whilst you're here, subscribe to our YouTube, Agenda Over Facts Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Agenda Over Facts Pod. TikTok, Agenda Over Facts Pod. All of that good stuff. We pushing numbers. We trying to go to better, greater, bigger, and, you know, more great things, man. So yeah, man.
Yeah, this is definitely more business based this week. This is the longest one you've done.
Nah, I usually do this.
This is.
But last week you wanted to just fuck up the base.
All of the new this that. Cause
Nah, man.
This is the attack.
This is the same guy that wanted to. That's a board member meeting. you need to subscribe to the Patreon for that. We don't have Patreon.
Not yet.
Until we take over the world, man. Agenda Over Facts Plus. Why are you looking up? Well, you good?
I was listening.
You look like you're pondering something.
No, because then you said I was thinking of Sidemen Plus.
Come a bit closer.
I was thinking of Sidemen Plus.
Did you watch the charity match?
I watched the highlights. I was busy.
I can't lie.
2 million people watching it though.
Bro, the numbers. I don't even know how many people watch a normal.
Hey, chunks of Philly's goals were mad. Philly's goal was mad.
Bro,
Give me Raheem Sterling at the World Cup, where the one that went in, but it didn't go in, but everyone thought it went in.
Oh, that was in 2009.
They were aiming for the same spot.
I think that was 2014. Yeah, I think that one was 2014. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Tell me it wasn't the same like
Yeah.
angle. But he went in. I was like,
He rushed it, bro.
Yeah,
I think Philly used to play though. I think he used to play.
He did.
Yeah, I think he used to play.
I've seen him play in other YouTube videos where he's like playing for like Beatties or some sort of proper team. I'm not sure it's Beatties.
Yeah,
but like proper team.
Yeah, Philly used to play. And Chunks is Somali, fam. Them man, it's ingrained in them, man. Family side is ingrained in my Somali brothers there, fam.
Chunks is a set piece specialist.
What do you mean?
From far, he's actually.
You watch them clips when he's with like the F2 and stuff like that, innit? When he just clips it, fam.
Even, do you see his touch?
Yeah, but he's Somali, man. That man, it's in their DNA, them man. All them Mali brothers. Power League goals, cage football. That's where they grew up, bro.
You know what's so funny?
God.
This week I bumped into someone
who's
Somali because I used to play with them man doing the same thing. He's like, where you been? And I was like, do you not still play? He said, yeah, every week. So I'm gonna be back.
Bro.
They love it. So I watch. I'm gonna be back into that. I know for a fact, them man, they even sicker than like when I last saw them like 6-7 years ago because they've been playing weekly. Better man.
You think you can, get into your Somali roots?
But back then I was literally just a defender. I never pressed. I was just getting the ball.
You weren't confident, though.
I don't think I developed as a player. As in, like, no, I was just like I was like a centre back.
Yeah,
like I was solid, but I wasn't pushing at the field.
Just
like
bad PMP, fam. They will not pass. Black man strong, black man fast, black man aggressive.
Just big challenges.
Yes, black man hot.
Speed was actually making good challenges,
Oh,
some of the challenges were all right,
Sweet.
But wait, you see everyone saying sweet.
Bro, I watched the whole game, bro. Let me tell you.
I was on the birthday. You watching the game? I didn't know.
I said, bro, you watch it.
Because guy's 17.
No, out of all of my friends, you were like, Favor would be watching this. I was like, bro, you watching the Simon charity game? Bro, I stopped revising. I slapped that on and I watched it, bro. That's Speed as the streets, though. Did you clock out all the man that were playing? They all got a picture with Speed and they all put it on their Instagram.
I didn't even notice.
Speed has the streets,
bro. His car is mad.
He has the streets.
Even the way he fucking whipped the referee with the bib or something.
Did you see when he scored? Did you see when he scored?
It was actually a good finish. It was a good. He was off here, but it was a good. No, let's be real. That was some man in the Prem from that close. They actually missed it. It was actually a decent finish.
But the bad thing is he hit it so far off. The way he hit it like it wasn't going in. But it went and it hit off. Even that's because it hit off the post. It was a then it went in. Bro, his celebration, I can't lie. You know how he did. And you know, see how the whole crowd sued. I even sued in my living room.
You know what's mad? He's got the internet. That's it.
Yeah.
No, and he said, Suey. And I deeped. He feels like Ronaldo right now.
I think he's gonna meet Ronaldo. Bro, I think he's gonna meet Ronaldo, bro.
The son follows him. The son been following him.
What do you mean the son? As in the newspaper?
No, Ronaldo's son been following Speed. So,
so
obviously the son's showing
like
Ronaldo.
look at this guy.
Ronaldo, no, he been knowing. He's already watching at home. Like,
Look at my young boy.
Yeah, because I can't imagine Ronaldo like. I just can't imagine Ronaldo be like. He's definitely like bare composed, perfect.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm
like he's
saying?
probably just laughing at him, but they will link up because I think Speed's big enough for them to have that link up now.
Oh, do you remember when he was he was on FaceTime to a United player,
Alanga.
and he was saying, "Yeah, Speed." He
like
definitely
everyone
was.
knows about you, yeah. And then when he found out everyone knows about Ronaldo, yeah, he lost it. He lost it, man. Nah, bro. I can't even lie. That it was a good watch. It was very
But
entertaining.
he's athletic though.
Yeah, but he's young, bro.
No, he was an athlete. I think he used to play American football.
You can tell though, because he's quick.
Some of them, and like, some of them challenges were actually hard. Some of them slide tackles give me Roy Keane vibes. Some of them were fucked, but like,
he was on the floor more than he was on his feet.
yeah.
Did you see the first tackle with KSI?
and he stood over him.
Set the tone.
No, that was a joke.
Hey, I saw he put the picture on his Twitter, and he was like, my son, when he was on top
He
of
said
it.
that,
Yeah,
Speed.
Speed.
Yeah.
Nah, man's got the streets, man. Man's got the streets.
And
man.
bro, he was going to power leagues and that. It was like he was Ronaldinho.
Bro, he was in ends. He went too far from me. He was from my side.
Probably was thinking, should I go? But you're like,
Nah. I'm a big man. Don't get me wrong. Man fucks with Speed in this thing, but man can't be finding Galen in
Okay, ask me this: if the Simon match was just in one of them goals in that same place, would you?
No, I would go to it next year.
No, to the actual game.
Yeah, I would go to it next year. And I'll fully go to that next year, bro.
Would you ever play in it?
Bro, I gotta be big enough for that, man.
If you did,
If I was big enough,
Yeah.
110%. That's the goal, fam. That's the goal,
you'll try
fam.
hard, innit?
Bro,
try hard.
I'll play like I'm playing for a pro contract.
You know what's bad? Yeah, you'll change into like you'll try to be a prime Yaya. You'll take it from V.
Yeah,
You'll start there.
I'll try all this shit. I'll be like, yeah, to beat. Nah, I'll be trying hard, bro.
Unrelated, yeah, completely unrelated. I think he's the best midfielder to grace the prem. But this isn't a football pod.
Yeah, this isn't a football pod.
Because I was watching videos and I feel like if he was from the right country and this and that, people will be saying
Loving him.
He's the best midfielder in the prem ever.
Yeah, politics, innit?
But quickly, who's yours? Don't worry, guys. It's not a football. I've been thinking about it recently.
Midfielder in the Premier League.
Best midfielder ever.
Ooh, you know what? This is gonna. I think it might be De Bruyne. You know.
I knew we were gonna say
I
that.
think a lot of people won't realize how good that guy was
Nah,
until.
bro, everyone say that.
Nah, I
Everyone
don't
say
think
that.
he's in that. I don't think if you ask the average person, he's not in that discussion with
He
Lamps,
is.
Gerrard.
He is.
Because a lot of people.
He's a better passer of the ball.
But you don't realize how
100.
good someone is until they're gone, and that's with everything in life.
No, but certain men are so good they do. Like certain men who are cut with that cloth. Like, but there's no one sitting there saying Messi isn't one of the best ever.
No, but that's different. That's Messi, bro.
No, but KDB,
you can't
bro,
compare
no,
Messi and Kevin De
but
Bruyne,
now-
bro.
No, but the mad thing is, yeah, if we're talking best in the world at certain things, I feel like if we asked all our groups, is Kevin De Bruyne one of the best midfielders ever? They'll be like, yeah.
No, but I'm saying the best ever midfielder to play in the Premier League. Best ever.
I don't know if he's better than Yaya Toure, but we'll leave that. His career's not done.
Like nostalgia increases your ability by like 20-30%.
No, his Yaya Toure for his height and his build,
Yeah, but
how nibbly he was, his free kicks, his long moves, his one-on-one. No,
But Kevin De Bruyne has done that consistently for like 6-7 years.
I hear
Yaya
that.
didn't do that for that long in the Premier
But-
League. He didn't, and I love him. But he didn't do it for. He had that year where he did a mad thing.
I'm not talking about longevity. I'm just saying the most dominant on a pitch.
But if you want to talk about ability, that has to be done over a long period of time. You can't just do it for one season and then not do it again. It needs to be sustained.
This is why now people. Nah, let's move on. We're actually, it's gonna get into
And
football.
that's
coach.
just not with football. That's just with everything in life. If you want to be the greatest at something, you can't just do it for like a year. It needs to span over. I feel as if it needs to span over at least a generation. To be considered the best, it needs to span over a generation.
But someone I would give you is like someone like Neymar. People aren't putting him on a pedestal the same way they're putting De Bruyne on a pedestal. Do you get me?
Yeah, but that's just because he just hasn't had that consistent run for whatever reason that may be, whether that's injuries, whether that's, and he also has the persona of like he has that bad boy persona in the media, which plays to his disadvantage.
But I said, wait, how long was Ronaldinho sick for? Because I swear because of his lifestyle outside of football.
But Ronaldinho has the streets. It's different. When you have the streets, it's different, man. Ronaldinho has the streets.
Nah, Yaya Toure.
It's like how Yaya has the streets as well. Some players just have the streets.
Who'd you be more scared to play? De Bruyne or Toure? I'd be more scared to play Yaya Toure.
Are you saying that because he's black?
No,
Racist.
Racist. To me, he just seems like a slightly less technical, wedger, faster De Bruyne.
Nah, I don't know. That's a hard question. I think it might be De Bruyne for me personally.
But it's not a football pod, so we'll move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do we even get into this?
I don't know. You wanted to talk about? We'll talk about the Simon charity game.
Yeah. What are you gonna do this fiscal year, man? That's what I felt when I watched that video, the highlights and that. These men are just having fun right now.
Yeah, but
They're
to be
just
fair, they've
having
earned
fun.
it though, man. They've earned it, bro. If you look at the work they've put in, bro.
I'm not saying they haven't earned it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that I can see that it's an enjoyable existence.
Yeah, man, for real.
But would you rather make their same money without being famous?
Nah, I would. Nah, because I think a part of.
You want people inflating your ego.
Yeah, I can't lie. I know people say, nah, I just want the money. But there is some sort of currency you get from people knowing like you and knowing that like you're the man that did this. As much as people might be like, yeah, I want to be out of the mix. I don't want people knowing who I am. There is a bit of like currency that you can't get from money that comes from people knowing that you're the man or you're the man that created this.
But
Or
I feel like the only way you measure that benefit is through money. Because you're talking about people knowing you means that you're more connected or whatever.
yeah.
But it will connect back to money.
I don't think it'll connect back to money. Because influencers can have some influencers can have like a lot of fame, but if you look at their bank account, they're broke. But they're still enjoying the aspect of people knowing who they are. Do you get what I mean?
That's so empty though.
But some people do enjoy it though. Some people. I'm not saying that people would rather have the fame than the money.
But
I'm saying that there's something that fame gives you that money can't.
But then I have no control. So if in your instance here where it's someone who doesn't have any money but is famous, your life is consistently controlled by how much fame you can measure up in any moment to get some money, innit?
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing appearance. So you're still being controlled by other people. That is a shit existence to me. Rather than having the money and no one knowing you.
I'm not saying I'd rather have the fame and no money. I'm just saying that there's something that fame can give you that money can't. So I do feel when people say that I'd rather have...
Which is emotional.
Pardon?
Which is emotional.
Yeah, a bit.
It's not...
It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good.
Because it's not physical.
But money makes you feel good as well, so it's a bit emotional, no?
Yeah, but that's physical too. Like, so money is physical, and what it gives you is the ability to buy things that can change your emotion. But the fame one is just emotion.
Nah, fame can be physical. So it's the fame thing, I feel as if with fame, there's certain things that you can get from fame.
You said you can get girls. You'll get girls from it.
Yeah, like for example, like there's stuff that fame can give you
but
that
you can
money
get that
can't.
from money. Oh, you can't get girls from money.
But no.
Wait,
But you can't.
Terrible take.
You can't
Terrible
get.
take.
You can't get
Terrible
that
take.
feeling. No. With fame, you can't get that feeling. I'm not saying that everyone wants this, but you can't get that
You want it,
feeling of
clearly.
you're walking down the street, yeah, and people are like, "Yo, T, what's up, man? Hey, yo, that's T from so and so. Oh, yo, that's Toya from Agenda Over Fact.
That would be
You're not
jarring.
getting that from money.
Would you like
Nah,
that?
I can't lie.
I wouldn't like it.
I can't lie.
Oh,
I would like that.
right.
I can't lie. If I was walking down with, bro, that's my man from.
You-
Hey, yo, I rate your T.
You want people to daily reinforce that you're the man.
Not necessarily.
No, but
I would
that's
want,
what they're doing.
I would want a switch. I would want in my perfect
You said this
scenario.
before, you said
I'd
this
want a
before.
switch on my back
No, I'm saying,
that I could turn on
days,
and off.
On the days that it's on, that's what you want. You want them to reaffirm for you that you're the man.
Yeah, if I'm going out and I know I'm getting litty with some, I'm getting litty
You
with
want
some.
everyone to, you want
I'm
everyone
getting
to,
litty.
you want everyone to know who you are and treat you differently.
Yeah, man. If people are saying they don't want that, I'm not saying people want that 24s, but I honestly think everyone wants that to a certain degree. Because everyone, alright, cool. If you get a compliment, say if you're
Feels good.
Say if you're walking down the street and someone gives you a compliment, well, you love that.
Yeah, you feel
If
good.
someone says, "Oh, your hair looks nice today," "Oh, what you're wearing looks nice today," you will feel good. It's the same way if you're walking down the street and you're known. People are like, "Bro, that's my man from Agenda Over Facts." You will like that. You will like an ego
will,
boost. It's when people say they don't want an ego boost. That's a lie. Everyone likes an ego boost, bro. Everyone does, bro.
No, but
Everyone does.
yes, but okay. You know what's mad? This links into something else here.
Go on.
So the part that you like about that is that people are verbally affirming what you're doing. Like, yo, that's T from this, that. And when you hear that, oh, keep doing your thing. Because usually in the car, keep doing your thing, bro, type shit.
Yeah.
So to you, what that does is someone validating what you do. And it's like, you're doing the right shit. It's
Yeah.
like, calm. So I had this thought, yeah. Every time you come up, you know how like sometimes you'll be deep in thought and then about a situation, maybe something's happened. And then you're like, oh, this is how I want to move in general.
Yeah.
What I think you should do is write that down on notes, that little rule that you found by yourself. Like, I want to be a person that does this. I want to be this, I want to be that, yeah? You know when you have the random thought, write it down. Then when you have like 10 of them, voice record it as like a list of 10 or 12 things that are your morals and values. Listen to that shit every day. Isn't that...
I'm confused. I'm actually
No, go
confused.
on.
Like, where you going with this? How's
So-
this linking to ego
so,
boosting?
Calm. So like, when we say ego boost, they don't necessarily have to think nice things about you.
Yeah.
They just remind you of things about you that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because what if? Because you know what, man, fame is a different beast. Let's use that guy. You know the guy that was licking out on the Dominic Soler, yeah?
Wait, why do you...
Watch, I'm gonna make a brilliant point.
You don't mention that on holiday. I was thinking, why did you man know his government name, bro? Why did you man know his government name?
Fame. So listen, yeah.
Hey, we're talking about the guy that was licking out pussy on New Year's Day.
So now my point is this: now he's walking down the same street, and people are going, "Hey, that's my man." He's the guy that did that.
But that's the difference. I don't want that. That's not the fame I want, though.
No, hear me out. That's my point.
I don't want that sort of fame.
Hear me out. So that's my point.
That's trolling.
No, listen. But it's the fact they know him, so they're reminding him of something about him that he doesn't like. He doesn't like that's out there. But the one you're thinking about is the things about you that you like. People are agreeing. Yeah, that's cool. Keep doing that thing. So I feel if you write down the 10 things, let's say that.
Sorry.
Go on.
Sorry, now I just need to sneeze.
So let's say there are 10 things about you like this is Toye's values. If you wrote down these 10 things are Toye's values, you put that shit into one voice note where it's you explaining what your values are. Listen to that shit every day. It will reinforce the person you're meant to be, and I think it'll make it easy to be yourself, and you'll make better decisions throughout the day. 1000%. It's very easy to do. If you think it's decent, try it. I'm gonna try it as well. So like, think hard about what are the 5 or 10 things that make me me that I would like to be known for. Yeah. Like, put that down. Okay, give me something that you like about yourself that other people comment on.
I don't know. I know. I make people smile.
Brilliant. So like, it can be something like, I like that I have the ability to understand and then say things that can put a smile on people's face, or I like people thinking that I'm understanding because I'm an understanding person. Let's say one of your values is I like to be understanding. You write that down, and if every morning you slap it in, it's like, I found out is this is that I'm someone that I like to be seen as understanding. It reinforces it in your brain, and I think throughout the day it'll be easier to stick to yourself. Because anytime something goes wrong or you've done something wrong, why is it wrong? It's because in your head you're like, this isn't how I want Toye to move. Do you get me?
But wouldn't you but if I'm going back to the point where I said with people let you know like what you've done, I'd rather hear that from someone else. I don't want to hear that from myself. Because if you're hearing that from someone else, it's like they've realised and they've seen what I've done. Yeah, of course it means more. Of course it means more. Because you could be lying to yourself. You could literally be lying to yourself.
So
it would mean more if you hear it from someone else. But that's my opinion.
that is your,
Yeah.
no.
I think it would mean more if you hear it from someone else. Because at the end of the day, you can tell yourself anything you want to hear. But someone else doesn't have that obligation to tell you what you want to hear. They'll tell you what they want to tell you.
But isn't it annoying that you have to live a life where you sometimes have to have the switch on? Because if you say, and you said in your perfect scenario, you would have a switch.
Yeah.
But you can turn it on and turn it off, implying that sometimes you want it to be on.
Yeah.
And that means that if those times it wasn't on, you'd be like, oh, I don't feel...
No, because do you know why? Because I can imagine it. Because I can imagine if you're famous, there are going to be times where, bro, I just want to go Tesco. Like, I'm not in the mood to chat to anyone. Like, you know where you have days where you're just tired, bro, or you don't want to chat to people. Like, there will be days where
I'm not talking about the bad days. I'm saying your need for the good days. My point, as in, so you in your perfect scenario, that means those happy days depend on other people outside of you.
Not
so
really.
They do.
It doesn't depend on other people.
The switch being on does depend. So if you turn the switch on,
yeah,
but you're somewhere where no one lived, you wouldn't feel good. You only feel good because
I feel good. I'll just feel better if I hear it from other people.
And you said
it's not necessarily I need the switch to feel good. I can feel good without the switch because because I'm happy with my life right now. Do you get what I mean? But I would love my life more. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I know.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Maybe it's because for me, I think the most jarring thing would be to be going somewhere, like let's say in my normal life, and someone's like, "Hey, yo, aren't you?"
That's why you switch it off.
I think
those are the days you switch it off.
No, but
those are the days you have it off.
I don't want people talking to me. on just
you have a bloody podcast and you know what people talking to you.
yes, because this is a conversation with our friends. When I'm on the train, I don't want to. I'm listening to music. I'm doing something. But now because I put content out, I have to sit down and have a conversation with you.
You don't have to have a conversation with them. They can just acknowledge what you're doing. Just go, love my broski, love bro, love bro.
This is
love my killie.
This is a picture of someone that doesn't know what fame would be like. Because what that man do, because they'll come, you reach just that. No, they'll come to be like, oh, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture?
Yeah, just one. And then imagine if one time, imagine, yeah, just imagine like this. Imagine like this. There's a queue of like 100 man. You only want to do 10. When the 11th person comes, you switch it off, and then they all go, meow.
Like
they don't realize you.
Like
everyone just scatters away. They don't realize you anymore.
Answer this, yeah. Would you rather be like, let's say M Hunter, where you're famous, but no one knows what you look like?
Nah. I want credit. I'm a bit egotistical. I want credit for the work I put in.
And my point was this, yeah.
I want credit. One day I'll just do a concert. People would just say M Hunter. Let's say my name was T Bands. I know that's a shit name, but T Bands. No, it's not T Bands. It's Tyre.
Now, the point I'm making before, yeah, are you hearing it? You need the deep it. So your life wouldn't be as good if it was just you telling yourself that you're the man. In this scenario,
yeah, it wouldn't.
Because egotistical means you need to hear it from other people.
Yeah,
that's my point. So I feel like for me, I feel like that would get annoying sometimes.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, bro. I honestly think everyone is egotistical to a degree.
No, they are.
But now in this day and age, if you want to be egotistical, it's seen as it's all about you. Think about others. I'm telling you, everyone wants to be the. I'm not saying everyone wants to be the main character, 24s, but everyone would like to be the main character every now and again and have the attention on them. I feel. I honestly think so.
You should want to feel like you're the main character, but the main character can also listen to other people,
and that's why you have the switch to turn on and off. I'm not saying be the main character 24s. I don't want to be the main character 24s. That's tiring. I couldn't do that.
No, I just caught something.
Because I have times where I don't want to talk to anyone, but then I have times where I want to feel a little bit of love.
I guess would you say this is kind of the difference between extroverts and introverts? So for you, because I know you're an extrovert,
yeah.
So you gain energy from being around people. So
yeah.
Maybe it's just that.
Maybe
I'm more. I feel like I'm more introverted, but people who know me be like, "No, you're chatting shit because you talk better." But I feel like I'm. What do you say I am? I feel like I'm more introverted.
I don't get that introvert stuff because sometimes I think I'm an extrovert, but sometimes I can go through I can go through a period of like a month where I'm just not chatting to anyone.
But it's a skill, and usually when you're doing that, you're grinding or you're doing something. Usually, you can correct me, but I've not seen you where you've been not too much obligation and you're not linking people, you're not going football, you're not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that's just long though, isn't it? Sometimes that stuff is just like, yeah, sometimes it's long, yeah. I don't know, I just don't think you can always be like 100% an extrovert, 100% an introvert. I think the scales are always changing, yeah.
The easy way to tell what you are is when you go out on a club night, yeah, who are you? Who are you in the group?
Okay, fairs.
Who are you in the group?
Fairs.
You're the person that derives a lot of energy and from being energetic and creating conversations. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas I would feel like an introvert. But then now maybe I'm trying to shit there. Wait, do you think I'm an introvert or an extrovert? No, in your opinion?
You're fluid. You're fluid, bro. You're fluid. Nah, bro, it's 2022. Niggas are fluid now. Niggas are fluid. You're fluid, bro. You're fluid. You don't have an identity. Yeah, you're fluid. You're fluid, bro.
I don't know why this making me laugh.
You're fluid, bro.
I'm just thinking gender fluid. I'm not. Imagine someone cut this. You're fluid.
You're fluid, bro. Because sometimes you're hella extroverted. Like I've seen you when you're even more extroverted than me, to the point where it could be a bit like, this guy, you're going through that phase again.
No, it's when I'm just talking.
Yeah, but then I've seen you times where you're just like, man, fuck.
I'm chilling.
Humans, fuck humans.
And I'll come to someone and I'll just be chilling.
Yeah, you're fluid, man. You're fluid. But I think all people are fluid. But you're an extreme fluid though. But you're an extreme fluid.
It's extremely positive.
Nah, sometimes you can be. Sometimes you can be negative, bro.
No, with friends, I'm annoying.
Sometimes you can be negative, bro.
As in annoying.
When you go through your slumps, you can be annoying, bro.
But with my slumps, I'm not with people.
But that annoys me.
That I'm not with people. But you do the same thing. You just said you go through slumps, so you don't see no one.
No, but you're you do it over dumb shit, like you make dumb excuses.
That's perspective.
Nah, you make dumb excuses.
That's perspective.
Bro. I can't go into the details, but you make dumb excuses.
No, but deeper,
you make dumb excuses.
Whatever your reasons for going into your phase.
Yeah, I know.
How are you now getting onto my
I know.
Because something that you might think, I need to go into a stunt for this. It might happen to me and I'm like, I think I need to go into a stunt for this.
I don't know, but sometimes you nah.
I think I know what you mean. And
It's a comment of camera, innit? But yeah, you can be dumb sometimes with it.
Nah, I think like
You can be dumb sometimes with it.
I think I can be done with my decision making. That's what I think. In a sense where I will sit down, weigh up of doing something, do it, and then not deep how negative the position I'm in now was.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is poor, what's it? Foresight. Or is
Yeah.
it foresight?
Yeah. But that's you. Sometimes you think too much short term.
But we say that, and if like the main thing
You do that though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You do more than that.
And the thing is that slump phase that then caused the negativity after, it got me what I wanted in that moment.
Yeah,
So-
it did. But then at the same time, it's like, but like me knowing you didn't have to go through that slump. Like, no.
but-
You had to go through that slump,
Yeah.
but the slump didn't have to be that deep. Correct me if I'm wrong. It didn't have to be that deep and that drastic. To the
Nah,
point where you
I'm
had to
saying
pay for consequences after.
No, I think so. Do you know why? Because I think the decision, it was an extreme decision. You wouldn't do that. The thing that caused the slump.
Yeah, but that's the problem with you fluid niggas.
No, but it's not. No, deeper. No. But wait. There's bits of this we can say. Yeah, it's literally just because I wanted to get a certain type of job. I basically locked myself in the yard for 6 weeks and didn't go outside and just applied to things.
That is extreme. That is very extreme, bro.
So when you make extreme decisions,
That's borderline suicidal.
but it worked. That's not it. Or was it the grind? Or was it the grind? No, it was it the grind. Sitting there for 20 hours applying. Or was it the grind? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but it was a poor decision long term for for
your health, your well-being.
Yeah. Which is
Exactly.
But even now, I think even when I was in that negative zone, I was like, well, I'll charge it. I'll find a way back. But because bro, do you think scientists are sitting there saying you should sit in your room for 6 weeks and not even going out for air and walking about?
No.
Because it.
Did you shower?
Yeah, but obviously not on the same consistency because I was just in my yard all the time. I didn't go anywhere. So maybe it was every like. And plus, remember, I wasn't excited. I was just sitting in the chair. 6 weeks,
Vegetable fam.
bro. So I think
That's too drastic. In my opinion, that's too
So
drastic.
do you remember outside today you were saying how you're going into a grind, and
Yeah.
and I was like, I feel like I want to balance grind and having fun because of that.
Yeah.
This is me trying to
Yeah.
that works, but not do that again. Do you get me? So I feel like I make extreme decisions.
Yeah,
Which have extreme consequences.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing, bro. You can't.
But in
bro,
this life, sometimes you have to.
No, but bro, you can't do that when you're 30, 40, yeah, and you got a wife and kids to provide for, and then you just say, I'm just shutting off for 6 weeks. You can't do that.
But that's why you do it.
You can't do that.
But that's why you do it when you can do it, and then you get all the stuff now to get the stuff.
So are you trying to tell me that you're gonna do something, form a habit for 20 plus years, and then just snap out of it once you reach adulthood? No, you're not gonna just snap out of it.
But that was a one-off. I've never done that before. I've never sat in my yard and tried to get one thing. It was just incredibly driven. If we're being real,
We'll see when you got a wife and kids, man.
no, but no. To me, I can't lie. Because how is that just not the grind to the maximum? I was sitting there for 20 hours doing one thing.
But I think wasn't healthy
grind.
though.
Calm, but was it not just an unhealthy grind?
Why did you flinch as if I was gonna hit you? Did you flinch? Oh my bad. That's the cataract, bro.
We can check on maybe on the
I think
film,
you
was like-
actually flinched.
I think because I was about to take a point.
But what I'm gonna part of the grind though, yeah. Part of the grind, yeah.
But wait, was that or was it not grind? If we're deep in it,
No, but
it was unhealthy grind.
No, but that's an unhealthy grind. A healthy grind. I'll tell you what a healthy grind is. A healthy grind, yeah, is you have this goal, and what you do, you focus on that goal, and you cut out, wants and like luxurious things
And I did
that
that.
were in your lifestyle.
I did that.
No, you started cutting out needs.
Not really.
You started cutting out needs. Bro.
I worked from
You
home.
weren't getting your mind right. You weren't exercising. That's what getting your mind right.
I hear that.
You weren't having your mental. You weren't even washing, bro.
I was washing.
Okay, you weren't watching like the recommended health.
But-
You know,
it was just like maybe like every 2 or 3 days because I was at the yard.
but to grind, you got to feel right, and to feel right, you got to do certain things which are necessities.
This is where we disagree because you know why? You know it's calculated. Coming back then, because bro, you know what's funny? What did I used to always do back in the day? What did I used to always tell people to do? I was like, oh yeah, you should. It'll make you feel better.
Meditate.
I stopped because I wanted to be pissed off every day that I hadn't got the job yet. It was calculated.
But then,
I wanted to be, because I remember I sat down and I said, okay, I'm annoyed that I'm not where, or at least on a track where it's closer to what I want to do. I said, I want to feel as angry as possible. I want to wake up and realize that's all I have to do. And that's what I did. Now we can sit here and be like, it could have been done way healthy. Even, you know, I did. Even if I went out twice a week and just jogged,
yeah,
I'd have been calm. But it's the fact that I committed to that mentality where I was like, I'm going to live, sleep, and just do this. Because remember, I had a 9 to 5, which was work from home. And after work, it was just like 5-6 hours of prepping for tests and doing tests.
Yeah, but then, it
was just grind.
Nah, me personally, don't get me wrong.
It was unhealthy grind.
I'm an advocate for grind, but at the same time, it needs to be healthy, bro. Because let's just say, that. Let's say, I don't know.
Wait, can I say one thing before you say?
Go on.
You see these men like Jeff Bezos and that, all these men, when they were starting their things, do you not think they were sitting there doing stuff for 20 hours?
Yeah, they were. But
unhealthily grinding for what? To get little things.
We don't know that though. We actually don't know that though. If you get up,
ask Enoch.
If you get up an interview and show me that he was actually saying
he was the only one working there, bro. Like, wait, even Elon Musk, the hours that these men do, it's not normal. But in their heads, they're going, okay, it's a bet to get something. Do you get me? Because wait, I think people that are making that pure disgusting successful, there's something unhinged in them where they're able to do unhealthy grinds and get more than the average person who has a certain capacity for grinding a certain way. Agree or disagree?
No, 100%. But I feel as if in any intense period where you're grinding, you need a release. But all I'm saying is that release shouldn't be something that's gonna that is like a luxury in that point, whether that's like going out, seeing your friends, that release can just be literally just for like 1 hour during the day. You're going for a walk just to get your mind right.
I hear that.
You're exercising to get your mind right. You're doing something it's not necessarily going towards your grind, but what it is, so let's say you have an energy bar and your energy bar's falling, it's topping up your energy bar to go again.
But now the thing is, okay, you know how in films,
Films, that's not real life.
But you don't know what I'm about to say.
No, but it's not real life. So everything you're about to say, based on that, is redundant because it's not real life.
No,
it's redundant.
If you let me finish, you'll see what I mean.
Okay. Redundant. Sorry, I'm a kid.
In any plot, so like you know how, I can in real life. For example, Cobra Kai, yeah, or whatever that show is
I
called.
can't believe, bro. I finished that in a day. I can't.
Yeah, because I know this point
the
will
late
hit, yeah?
season, yeah.
So you see them man that fight. Some of them man are sick because they use their anger to fight, and some of them man are more. They use control, whatever. You know, you've seen bear karate films where it's like you need to learn to pull from a different place.
Yeah.
So it just means that you're getting your fuel from a different place. In my scenario, I had realized and come to grips with the fuel I want is to be pissed off. I want to be annoyed at my conditions. I don't want a break. That's my point. Because that I will probably want to get at. You know what? I am gonna get a job. Things are gonna be fine. I don't want that feeling. I want it to be as vexed as possible. People don't realize this.
This guy thinks he's in Rocky 4 in the Russian mountains. There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home.
I've never seen Rocky 4, but
you need to. That's my favorite Rocky.
I've only seen that. I think 1 and 2.
Real Rocky fans will be laughing at that one.
No, they first will.
Oh man. Giving in can't be wrong. Sorry, I'm gonna watch that when I get home, bro. That's a film that you gotta watch while you're grinding, bro. Rocky 4, you gotta watch that film, bro, when you're grinding, bro. Anyway, yeah, go on.
We went off on a tangent, but this started off because I was saying you should record certain things about you that are like you want these to be non-negotiables about Toye. You then record that and then you reinforce it every single day. And I think that will help you to be a better version of whatever you want to be. I feel like bare times that you do something at the end of the day, you're like, I wish I didn't do that. It's because you strayed away from what your idea of Toye is. So it's like a motivational talk, but it's more like I'm reinforcing. It's the equivalent of why them man read the Bible or the whatever, because they're trying to reinforce the values. Same way.
It's like words of affirmation and that.
Nah, I see it more as tenets. You're reminding yourself of your values. Not affirmation. It's not like with the one I envision. It's not you sitting there going, I am love, I am beautiful. No, it's more just shit like, do you get what I'm saying? It's not that. It's more, and if you do that, that's fine. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking more like, I want to be someone that...
I'm fierce, I'm strong.
It's not that stuff. It'll be like more stuff like, something about me is this, and the way I move, I like how I move, and that's the type of person I want to be. It'll be that type of stuff.
That's the same thing, bro.
It's different.
You're making it's just words of affirmation that you've personalized for yourself.
It's
the same thing,
it's
bro.
affirming the narrative. Yeah,
It's words of affirmation.
It is. It's because words of affirmation has that. It has that.
That's,
blah, blah,
yeah. You just don't want to be sounding soft. You just don't want to be sounding soft.
No, but nah, man. I think it's just the same as it's like reading a journal to remind yourself of who you are. It's the same thing.
That's cool, but just most people don't see the value in that, innit? And me being one of them, because I don't do that.
Right. Try it for a week. Well, let's both try it for a week and see how it went.
Bro, so I ain't gonna do that for a week.
It's so no.
I'm grinding, bro.
Exactly.
No. I'm grinding. I want to be reminded that I'm a dickhead. I'm grinding. That's not part of my grind. That's not part of my grind. I don't want that to be part of my grind. I don't want that to be part of my grind.
But also remember, back then, I agreed that it was an extreme way.
But you got the result you wanted, and that's what I'm gonna do as well.
No, but you're the same person that was complaining about the outcome of that. You said, "Oh, you're best stumped." You was getting onto me.
But I'm doing it. I'm gonna do an unhealthy grind. You can't stop me.
You can do what you want.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Doing that for me, it would have reinforced. Like for me, if I did it back then, I probably would have been like, I would have said stuff like, "You still haven't got this job yet." Blah, blah, blah. It would have been more like getting angry. Whereas now it's more like reaffirming certain things about myself that I like. What I pride myself on or some shit.
Yeah, man, you're back in your spirituality thing now, isn't it?
No, I'm back in my. What are you doing in this fiscal year? I'm in that bag.
Man said, Donnie said fiscal just for optics.
No, but that's the vibe right now. I was sitting down and I was like, so deeper. I think the time before your next year, so let's say from 24 to 25, 25 26, yeah, from 25 to 26, while you're 24, or so like while you're 24, that's the time to think, how am I going to plan out the 25 to 26 shutdown? What am I going to do?
So the quarter life crisis.
No,
that's what it sounds like. It sounds like the quarter life crisis.
It's the planning before any big move. You plan it before, don't you?
So the quarter life crisis.
How's it? So a crisis every time you plan to do something.
No, because you're saying you going from 24 to 25, 25 to 26. That's the age where you have that.
I'm not saying that because I'm around that age, but I'm saying it can happen at any age. Just as in like, when before any sort of deep work, there's a preparation before deep work. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm. So I was like, what are people doing? What are you starting to get into now? By the end of the next fiscal year, it was a plus. You've done more. If we're farmers, you've brought in more harvest that year. Do you get me? What are niggas doing in this fiscal year? That's what I've been thinking about recently. What are you doing?
So what are you doing?
We'll see, man. That's my point. I was asking myself this. I was asking myself. It's just one of my thoughts. I was sitting down and I was like, okay, you got some energy. You're in the mood to do some stuff. So what are you going to do? By the time you turn age X, what's going to be different?
Do you know what I think it is? I think we're just reaching that time in the year when it starts to reach like end of September, October, people start thinking, right, like the year's actually coming to an end.
What's the next year doing?
Or what have I got to show for it? And then people start getting nervous that they ain't done anything like material this year. That's what I think personally. When you reach this part of the year, people start thinking, right, like what have I actually done this whole year?
I feel like for me, it's been more, I've noticed that I'm in good spirits. So I'm like, let's capitalize on that. What are we going to do now? Do you get what I'm saying? Because I feel like people have, I think we said this before, people have runs. You start something and then you go on a run for a while and then it stops. Like for example, even like any good footballer, they go on runs. They go on runs of form. So I feel like, when you get into a good spot, you're like, I'm feeling calm. Let's plan the next run. Do you get me? Or no?
No, I get what you're saying.
So
you're just hibernating right now.
So not hibernating. It's like, or maybe I'm coming.
You're planning.
I'm just coming out of hibernation, and I feel that I have more energy. So it's like calm.
So you're planning to go again.
Yeah. So I want to ask. This is a little. You can answer this in your head. So you have to say it out loud. If you're watching, you can say it out loud because you're by yourself in it. But you can just hear it.
Maybe they're watching it with someone.
Then, if you feel comfortable enough to do that. But look, what I'm saying is, what are you doing this next fiscal year? What decisions?
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Do you know what fiscal year is?
I think so. Yeah.
What is it?
It's like I think I do. I think
You've used it 4 times. Okay. What's the fiscal year?
I swear for especially like finance companies, it's like the year in which something is active or trading is active, isn't it? so that like their earnings and everything are within this year. So it's not necessarily January to December. I think it's different. It can be like April to this or something. So that's what it is.
Nah, man, it's the tax year, man.
Wait, exactly. So it's about money, innit?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
April.
that's my point.
It's April to April.
Oh, what did I say first? Did I say April to what? I said April to whatever.
You didn't, bro. You said it's the company year. A company year can be different to the fiscal year.
No, but then
Because a company year can have an end year from December to December.
But okay, the company's getting taxed, no? So it's a fiscal year. It's how much money did you make in that year? Am I wrong?
Nah, bro.
Fiscal
You're wrong, bro.
Wait,
You're
fiscal
wrong.
year isn't how much you made in that year.
No, a fiscal year is just the tax year,
Oh,
and the tax year in the UK is April to April.
But deeper, if you're on account, so, and I said April, I said it's April to something.
You didn't say April.
Oh, why not? No. Oh,
Yeah.
let's
But I was like,
how much? No, hey, time to get my fiscal year with a boom. Let's bet a bill. Or £50, whatever.
Whoa, chill.
Okay,
£5.
No. If you're social, because I'm social, I said it. I said
Chill.
April to something.
Five.
10,
5.
10,
10.
20.
Nah, 10.
Because I'm social.
Nah,
10.
10.
Calm.
10.
You know, I said it. I said April to something. I think
But
I'm
you
right.
said April to something.
Yeah, so it implies I'm speaking about the right thing.
Fiscal year. It's just.
It's by the end of that year, that's when I assume accountants, people in tax, whatever, that's when you're like, okay, this is the margin, this is how much you made, this is how much this went here, I lie. That's what that is.
Nah, it depends on the company, innit? Because if a company has a company,
Isn't
like if the company year can be different to the fiscal year, innit? So if you have a company,
Well, I can
your
have
accounts can be from like December to December, but then that's different
So
to the
fiscal
fiscal
is
year of
only
April
tax.
to April.
Fiscal is only tax.
It's like the UK, like.
But doesn't fiscal just
Exactly.
mean financial? What does
Nah.
fiscal mean?
Fiscal,
Wait, Google, what is-
fiscal's like.
what is the definition of fiscal?
I think
thought it was just
fiscal.
financial.
Nah, fiscal's like government, like spending and stuff like
No,
that.
as in just typing like the word like fiscal.
It's like government accounting. It's like government accounting. So the government like tax
Exactly.
you.
So then for them, they rack up how much any company made. Yeah.
No, because a company year can be different to the government fiscal year.
But I'm talking about if we're looking at raising or making more money, you would see that in the fiscal reportings, not the company. Wanna lie?
But you just said that you're talking as a company.
Because companies have fiscal years. Does a company not have a fiscal year?
No, a company's year is just a company year. A fiscal
No,
year
but-
is the government year that the government set.
But the government are dealing with who? Companies. So the company also has a fiscal year. There are people in that company that are talking about the fiscal year, no?
No, they talk about their company year.
So, well, you're telling me the CFO of a company
Yeah.
isn't talking about the fiscal year?
No, they have their own year end. It's different. They're two different things, bro.
What?
They're two different things.
Why? Oh, but wait.
That's just the way it is sometimes. Some companies will just have a different year.
So I can't say
on how they report their
I can't
accounts.
say fiscal year for me saying I want to see how much I can make from this point to this point.
No, you can say that.
So shut up.
No.
That's my point.
No.
So I was right to use it. I used it in the right way. Shut
No,
up.
but
Shut
you
up.
were saying no,
Shut up.
But
But you just wanted to hate. You thought I work in and around that. Shut up. I said it right. I said it 4 times correctly. Yeah.
No, but you didn't, but I'm not going back and forth with you. You actually did it, but we don't get back and
No.
forth. We don't-
Look at this, yeah. Tell me if this does or doesn't make sense, yeah. So if I'm here saying, what are you gonna do in this next year? How much more money can you make in this next year? Was I right to say, what's your next fiscal year gonna look like at the end of it? I can say that, no? Yes or no? Can I say that?
No, you can. No, you can.
No, I can say that.
No, but what my problem is, you said
Hating,
no.
bro.
You said a
Hating.
fiscal year and a company is the same thing. It's not. It's
No,
not.
no, I didn't know that. But whatever. I
But
was
you
talking
said
about,
that. But you said that.
I was wrong then.
Okay, so you're wrong on that one. That's what I picked you up on.
Originally, I said, next year, how is your financial year gonna look different?
Okay.
That's all. And then you're
But
not saying,
the financial year has already started because April's.
is the financial year the same as the fiscal year? Yes.
It depends. If you're talking about
Yes.
the government's financial year,
How much money I have in everything do I find out at the end of the fiscal year?
that's April to April.
Isn't it? So I find at the end, that's when I find out how much money I generated. Everything. When everything's gone, how much have I generated? True or false?
But if you're working on the fiscal
True
year, that's
or fa-
April to April.
What? Listen, I'm saying, if let's say I've done all this, the end of the fiscal year will tell me how much I made. Yeah. After all the deductions, all the different tax, whatever I have left is I'll know at the end of the fiscal year. Yeah. Yeah. Or no?
Not necessarily. It depends when your company started its account.
But if I see myself as a company, I've been operating since zero. Because I'm talking to people.
But when did you start?
Zero.
No, when did you start?
I zero. I'm the company. You're the company.
No, what day? What day?
December of October 1996. What are you talking about? Here, I swear. Actually, what are you talking? When I use company, I meant we're all companies, aren't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
You didn't start being a CEO at 11. No, you were still making decisions from young.
No, but
So I'm asking you, man, what is your next fight? Fucking hell, man. It was such an easy line. And then, man.
No. I don't like it when niggas use words that they don't know.
But I clearly. I
No,
knew
you
what I was
didn't
talking
know
about.
what it meant.
No, but I used it. But I used it correctly because in my head, all it sounded was like I thought for any company, the most important thing about their financials is the financial year, the fiscal year.
No, but you can't use them interchangeably.
No, but I'm not.
You
but
can't.
I'm
You
saying-
just did.
Ask me this. So, but does a company have a fiscal year?
No. That's what I'm saying. They don't. They don't.
But either way, I have a fiscal year. You have a fiscal year. No, do you have a fiscal year? I'm saying this. No. See, do you have a fiscal year? Do you as a person, do you have a fiscal year?
Technically, yeah. Technically, you do.
Why? Because the government is interacting with you, alive?
No.
Yeah, sweet.
Because everyone,
No,
bro, let's move on.
No,
man.
no.
Let's
Finish your point. Finish your
no,
point.
because
I must only revise this
bro,
now.
why am I doing this now, bro? I just came from this shit, man.
Would you?
Bro, I was studying before I got here, innit?
And it was fiscal and net. Wait. So what have I said that's wrong? Was it just
You said everyone has a fiscal year.
So do I
Not
have
every company has a fiscal year.
But do I have? But in this scenario, I'm the company. So do I?
But it depended when you started. When
I started at zero.
No, but when did you start and open your account?
When did I start making money?
When did you start open?
What account?
When did you open your company's account?
I started making money from like 16.
No, what I'm saying. When?
12.
The month in the year.
But when I was 12.
The month in the year.
When I was 12.
The month in the year. Just give me a month in the year.
Maybe I don't know. But I was in school. Maybe it was like. Why does that matter?
Because when you started, that'll be when you start. You'll go from. So if you start in September, that's September to September. That's not a fiscal year.
You're actually nah. But the point is, yeah, if I open, let's say, because I'm talking about me. Let's say I started my company.
Bro, how did you start talking about this?
I started my company at age 12. Yeah, that's the first time I got money for doing something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was fixing PSPs. Calm. So like putting new games on them. Calm. So from then to now, I've been earning. So I have a fiscal year. Me
You
personally.
don't have a fiscal year though.
Metaphorically, I do it because it's
You
my financial
don't.
year.
If your financial year is April to April, then yes, it coincides with
you
the
know
fiscal year. But if your company account,
You're
on a
taking
year,
it too literally because you do this.
because you're
at work.
wrong. You're wrong.
It's
That's like me talking about tech and saying,
Go on.
"Oh, I created this by coding." That's wrong.
That's not the exact.
That is wrong.
Wait,
That
no.
is wrong. Fundamentally,
But
that
it's
is
not
wrong.
because literally me saying fiscal year. It's me basically just asking you. Look at you. It's me just asking someone, what are you gonna do next year? But instead of me going, what are you gonna do next year about your finances? I'm going, what are people doing? Like, what are you doing for your next financial
what
year? For your next fiscal year?
But what year are we talking about? Because I'm assuming you're talking from January to December.
No,
No,
so I'm talking about, and you see even how I actually make too much sense. Even what I said right now is the prep period. Because you're inside a fiscal year now, and it's
well,
gonna start.
duh, no matter what month you're working, and you're gonna be working in the fiscal year. Duh.
So this is me saying prepare for the next one whenever it starts. That's why I said fiscal.
But you don't even know when it starts. So how do you even know what fiscal year is?
Because I said
You
could-
don't.
No, but before
It's okay just to say you're
but regardless,
wrong.
is it 365 days or however long? Is it a year? Is it a year from whatever? It's April to April. It's a year.
Yeah, it's a year.
So what I'm saying works. I'm saying what are you gonna do for your next fiscal year by the end of it? Is there a prof? That's what I'm asking.
You're changing what you're saying.
Well,
You're changing
Later
what you're
on,
saying. You're changing
I'm
what you're
not.
saying.
Later
Because
on-
you said you said your fiscal year is. You said the fiscal year is the same as the financial year, and that's not always the case. And that's just all I wanted to say. But you wanted to die hard on this.
But wait.
And we've spent too long on this, bro.
The point was this. Do you know what it is? It's because you work near this. If you don't work,
Your point remains the same.
My point is the exact
But you're
same.
wrong.
But I'm not wrong. Because I'm saying, what are you going to do for your finances in the next year? Like when you're active, whenever that is, what are you going to do by the end of it?
What brought this
Because I said,
this thought? No, what brought this whole like? Oh, look at where you're going to be
this
next
guy's
year.
gonna give me
sort
an
of thought.
aneurysm, bro. Because I was like,
I don't even know what that is.
you know what fiscal year is, yeah? No, aneurysm is like when it's like some point in your brain
Oh.
and you just die.
Oh, well, don't say that.
Yeah.
God forbid.
I think that's stress related. Yeah, it was just literally just this. We spent bare time on it. It was literally just this. Yeah, what are you man gonna do for your next fiscal financial year, whatever? What's the move? What's the move right now?
Well, we're going through a cost of living crisis, so you know,
And
it's a bit hard.
No, but
It's a bit hard for people to be making moves.
No,
when
but
they have less
they
money
always
to make
say
moves.
times like in crisis, that's the best time to make a move because everything's more volatile. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 110%. But at the end of the day,
Like-
to make a move, you need money, and in the cost of living crisis, a lot of people won't have money.
True. But things are also the cheapest in the cost of living crisis.
Yeah, but
not as in.
Are
like,
you dumb?
No.
Are you dumb?
No.
oh, you're talking about investments.
Yeah.
But
Not as in like actual stuff
bro,
because everything's expensive.
but who's looking at investments in a cost of living crisis? The wealthier. But your average Joe, they can't invest because they literally can't afford electricity.
So my point is,
You're. I don't know. You're not speaking from a place of privilege. You're speaking in a sense of you're looking at the bag, not
No, but it's
actual
even-
real life.
it's even put this way, yeah. By the end of this cost of living crisis, yeah, there'll be some people that were average Joes that made money. True or false? Are you gonna tell me not a single person who's an average, who's average in whatever sense of the word?
It'd be hard to because they won't have
No,
the,
but
they won't have the disposable income to make the money.
But are you telling me that no one's gonna do it? Do you think the number will be zero?
There will be a few, but when you hear their story, they would have had a help from somewhere.
Not always.
Yeah, because bro, you need to think about it.
Some people have made it from the mud. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but not in a cost of living crisis.
But
Not in a cost
a
of living
lot of
crisis.
people have like
Not in a-
started businesses and boomed like
in a cost of living crisis.
like the Great Depression. Like, bro, it's like in terms of because then like
the wealthy have, yeah, not your average Joe, bro.
But then there have definitely been people that have profited. For example,
Yes, people have, but they're not working class.
For example.
they're not working class. Sorry.
okay, calm. You said people need stuff, right? Yeah, as in they need Would you say that are we in that average bubble? We are in it.
No, because we have the privilege of not having responsibilities. We don't have bills to pay. Well, we got bills, but we ain't got to pay like I don't know stuff like utility bills, mortgage, stuff like that.
But
where like
you
other
have
people
enough,
to.
but you're making enough that you could be doing that. That's my point.
But the point is we're not doing it, so we don't have to spend that money. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I'm saying, so you see, because there's definitely like stories of entrepreneurs, whatever, where they've a lot of the times because remember COVID, when COVID hit and bare people were laid off, bare people bare spare time, whatever, and they were struggling. That's when a lot of people took a leap to do something that they wouldn't usually do because they were out of their 9 to 5 for it because they'd been fired or whatever. And some of them man, through the gut and whatever, they made a prof or did something or started something. So my point is when I'm saying, what is your next fiscal year gonna look like? It's not me saying you have to make bears, whatever. I understand there's a cost of living crisis.
I don't think you do. I honestly don't think you do. The way you're speaking, I don't think you do. I really don't think you do.
Okay. Put it this way, yeah. In any situation, however bad it is,
There's gonna be winners and losers.
I wouldn't even go that far, but yeah. But like, there's gonna be some good moves or good decisions you can make and bad decisions. That's all I'm saying. That's why when I'm like, what are you gonna do for next year? It's like, what are you gonna think of? What are you gonna to make this year a better year than it should have been because it's a cost of living crisis? Do you understand?
Yeah, but bro, some people in a position.
It can even just be starting something new or like that
Go
necessarily.
on, give me an example.
I can't. Let's say you want to get into. Let me think.
I'm waiting for the example. I'm waiting for the example because it's that easy. It's that easy.
Let's say. Let's say. Let me think. What's something that could happen? Oh, go on.
Talk.
So, okay, in this cost of living crisis,
Yeah.
people they're still eating.
Yeah.
The average person.
What?
The average person is still eating because they're average.
It depends how you define
No,
average.
no. Average mean if you've got a sample set, yeah. Because deep it. If average was not eating, we'd know bare people that don't eat, but we don't.
But if you're going to a food bank, you're not going to be screaming that from the rooftop. Are you?
But you also wouldn't be part of the average then. The average person isn't going to a food bank.
Oof. You look at the statistics now. Oof.
What are they saying?
Oof. A lot of people are going to food banks, man.
But it's definitely not more than 50%.
I don't think it's more than 50%.
Then it's not average then. That's my point. If it's 30% of people, that's not on average. Average means that, like, it's what's it, standard deviation in that. The most people make up the average.
Yeah.
So my point is, that's literally how it works. That's how average works. The average person. So most people would be
50%.
like
Yeah,
most people,
50%.
there's something most people would be like.
Yeah,
It's average.
yeah. Go on.
So-
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Go on.
Calm. So the average person has food. The average person right now is struggling, but they have somewhere that they're living. The average person isn't homeless because homelessness isn't average. Yeah. Calm. Now this
To our knowledge.
no, but again,
I don't know, man. I don't trust statistics in my opinion. I don't.
But just trust your eyes. 60% of people aren't homeless. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I get you, but I just
Therefore,
don't
it's
trust
not an
statistics.
average.
I don't trust statistics.
No, but you can trust your eyes because you live as a human and you see stuff.
Do you really see it? Or maybe they hide the
60
homeless people.
How do you hide 60% of people when you're part of the 40%? You would.
It's hard. It's easy, man.
This isn't a really.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
Go,
that's
go,
such a terrible thing.
Go.
My point was this. Now, does the average yard have Wi-Fi? I'd say it does. The
I
average yard.
think so. Yeah.
Cool. This person, yeah, in a crisis, they saw like the I think it was the Ukraine.
Is this a true story? By the way,
I'm gonna get the video up. Yes, it is.
you don't have to bring up the story. You don't have to bring up the. Just show me a picture of the person or an article, bro. You got no internet. Do you want me to get it up? You're in your Molly May bag right now. Oh, do you see she's pregnant?
Not really, but calm.
You see she's pregnant?
Man.
I saw her on my way here. I saw she's pregnant. That's crazy, fam. I saw that, yeah, and I was thinking, boy, that is another business opportunity for you, boy.
Bro, it can even be like just fucking reading, like as in, like that's a micro decision that changes your life for that year. There are free ebooks, so it's a decision there that you've made. By the end of the year, maybe you've picked up some skills or tips or ideas to do something different, where you've now weathered the year better than you would have originally. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired. Like, it's all I'm saying is in that year, what are you gonna do? What minor decisions? I'm not saying fucking build a multi-million-dollar business. I'm just saying what little decisions. And me going, what are you gonna do this financial fiscal year, whatever? It reinforces. Okay, it's gonna be a hard year, but what can I do? Whatever, yeah, because people are getting nitpicky because I'll give you both. Yeah, but no, do you get what I'm saying? I'm not here on the money may saying it's not. Everyone should try and make $1 million. No, I'm saying that's what I said. Just year. In the next year, what habits, what things can you do that will bring you more wealth? It doesn't necessarily mean money, but more wealth. I just used fiscal because it's just like money, whatever.
So if wealth isn't money, what is wealth to you?
Because usually,
No, that's actually a good question. What is wealth to
I'm
you?
about to explain. Like, because if I say what you're gonna do, how is the financial fiscal year gonna look at the end? Because usually, when someone commits time to something that's good, they usually get rewarded in other places, parts of their life. Life rewards hard work. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now it's not money made, but like. So when I'm saying what you're gonna do, it's more of it's a reflective thing. It's a reflective thing where you can be like,
You can't say financial fiscal year and then talk about reflections, bro. It's about money. And say it's not. Say wealth isn't all about money, bro.
no, a reflection is me saying that, as in it's a thought I sat down and had to myself. I was reflecting, and then that's when that thought was born. So I can tell I'm reflecting. Do you get what I'm saying?
But you just said wealth isn't all about money, but you're saying, what am I going to do this next financial fiscal year?
Yeah, because a lot of the times when you improve something in your life, let's say, what's one way in this cost of living crisis you can improve your life? Let's say you start jogging. Yeah, that isn't on the face of it financial or fiscal, no.
Okay, yeah, it's not. Yeah, gone.
But let's say you've chosen to do that for that's the decision you made. Now you're fitter. Now you're calmer because you're doing this whatever. And then somewhere down the line, you're gonna benefit off that in other parts of your life. It was a good decision. It improved you somehow. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe it gave you the calm, or it did something to your life where in another thing, maybe now you're spending less. You're more disciplined because
So why didn't you do that whilst you're grinding? I'm confused.
But this is
No. It's a genuine question. This is just a genuine question.
But then deeper, yeah.
How good are you
You
now?
haven't caught me
But bro, you're sending two different messages.
No, I did something back then, and then even outside, I'm going, I think I want to balance the grind because I reflected on how I moved back then, and I'm saying let's do it different.
So why weren't you agreeing with me earlier then?
Saying what?
When I said that it was an unhealthy grind.
Because I clearly identified it was an unhealthy grind because of the way I was after. I'm not dumb. The way I was speaking was what I'm gonna do from now, and then you're going, why didn't you do it back then? Because that was back then.
That's just no. But
Do you get me?
But no, I got the impression that if you were to do that again, you wouldn't change what you did.
No, clearly outside I said, and bro, you actually just don't listen.
Shut up.
No,
Shut up.
outside I fully went. I was like,
Outside while we were recording, or
no,
what?
outside we were walking in from the car. I was talking about you were in the grind season. Remember, you're going into a grind season, and I was like, I think I want to balance
Yeah.
And I said, because of that.
You didn't say it was because of that, though. You did not say it was because of that. You did not say, you said you just wanted to balance it now.
And then we talk about something else.
Yeah.
But then that's why.
Anyway, go on with your point with the jogging thing.
Fucking, so, yeah, okay, cool. So it's like, because I hate when people are like, if you're in a down situation, like you have to be like considerate of the down. Okay, I understand that, but after you've done validating all that stuff, what can you do in that like space to get better results next year? Do you get what I'm saying? So maybe it's reading, maybe you're now struggling with peace, and you're thinking, raw, money rules everything. Let me look into money. Start reading some small books on money. Are you telling me next year you want to learn something that makes your money handling better, your money management?
No, of course you would have.
And that's the point when I said, what are people doing for their next fiscal year? What are you doing? It's when I say it's a reflective one, it's one that you could think about. Now we've said this, you'll be in the car banging whatever, and you'll be like, what's the next fiscal year looking like? Is it a hustle? Is it a grind? What's going on?
This is the same guy that said last week. I remember last week. Life shouldn't be like this.
But I was right.
I should be on the go, just
they connected.
chilling.
And that's when I sat
there.
down.
So why you this guzzling bricks quarterly
because I
objectives percentages mode last week? Bro, last week you were talking about rainbows and fairies and being zen and still on grass.
Because you know
why? What's changed?
Nah.
No.
W point.
What's changed?
What's changed is this. I sat down here and I was like,
you got real. You got real. I said it's all bullshit. That shit's bullshit.
Are you ready?
Get real, bro.
I sat down.
Life is about numbers.
Grids, squares, matrices.
See it. Believe it.
No, I sat down here and I was like, I do want to have more time chilling. Let me grind now so I can relax when I'm age this, age that. Because when I sat down, I was like, if I can balance the grind and have a dirty grind, you can relax earlier. That's the chat. I can relax and then do whatever I want to do. I don't want to be working from 9 to 5 when I'm 30. I don't want to be doing that. I want to have, because I was deep in that. This is what I'm saying. The tenets, the things I was sitting there thinking, how do I want my life to look? Those are things you could record and then say that to yourself. Do you get me? Bro, I'll fully buy another hour.
Nah. I got stuff to do.
Another hour to finish in 20 minutes. I'll pay that.
Bro, I got stuff to do, bro.
No, because I want to hear your opinion on this. I can't lie.
On what?
So yeah, fiscal year, we're doing all this talk and whatever, yeah.
Nigga was talking like he could give financial advice, fam.
But I'll just say this though. Good points keep coming to my head.
Go on, talk, man. If you want to talk your shit, talk your shit.
Before someone's rich,
yeah.
Before someone's rich, if they're out here giving advice, which they're doing themselves, and then they become rich, doesn't that still mean that person was actually giving good advice? It was just more of a risk. It was more of a risk to listen to them.
I don't want to hear advice from you if you're not the finished article.
But then you're gonna lose out.
I can't lie. I don't want to hear advice from someone that's not the finished article.
You're gonna lose out on a lot of stuff. Then
I could lose out on a lot of stuff.
A lot of cons.
But at the same time, I could lose out from putting my trust in you.
But putting your trust is different to just hearing someone out.
No, but if you're hearing someone out,
you have to put your trust in them.
No, you're putting your trust in them. You are, because you're taking their advice. If you're taking someone's advice and you're applying that into your life, you're putting your trust that their word means something, and you're applying that into your life, bro.
I think it depends how specific their point is. If they're saying stuff like, and they've never been rich, and they're like, listen, buy houses, and they have no houses, wild. What are you doing? But more general mindset stuff, I think I could possibly listen. If they explain it enough to me, and I'm like, that's a good point. Do you get what I'm saying?
I could listen to it, but I don't know if I apply it to my real life.
I think it depends, because I feel like the mark of someone that is ahead of the time, or someone that makes good decisions, whatever, is someone that's able to see the possibility of a certain opinion, do it, and then get the gains that other people, because it's riskier, didn't do.
But if they haven't got the gains, why am I just going to believe you for it?
Like, literally the term for someone that is ahead of their time means that they were saying stuff that was correct, but people, because they were ahead of their time, were like, well, I haven't seen it yet, so why should I listen? And some people, maybe it's a vibe. You listen to them, you're like, Like, if you put it this way, if you have stocks in someone, you think, I feel like this person will be successful.
Yeah, go on, carry on. Sorry.
I feel like if you stand and think, I think this person will be successful, then you'd be like, So certain things will be like, I'll hear you out.
But what makes you want to hear them out if they're not the finished article?
Because for me, like, okay, cool. Every person, there are certain people you speak to them, and like your brain just does this thing where it's like, even if you don't mean to, it tries to create the direction that they're gonna go. It just does it in your head automatically, and then you then react and treat them based on what you think they're gonna do. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
I hate that. That's a tricky one because it sounds confusing. So like, every time you react to me or you react to someone, you're saying stuff taking into account how you think the other person's gonna act, true or false, in any interaction. You say something tailored, thinking about what they might respond to this before you say something. It's just that. So there are some people where it's like, like, I feel like this person, I just get a vibe this person will do.
So a gut instinct.
That's what I was trying to get.
So you're making life decisions on gut instincts.
No, I'm just saying that.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, by the way.
No.
That's just
Actually,
me asking you a
I think
question.
I'm making a lot of decisions on gut instincts, but it's a mixture of gut instincts and hard like facts that I can be like, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think an element intuition is gut instinct.
Yeah.
So it's literally about how good is your intuition. Like, for example, you know when like A&Rs or something, they see a rapper or a singer before everyone's like, this person's like, there's nothing special about them.
Yeah.
But they see they're like, there's something there.
Yeah.
And then they invest in the ride and the guy, it's the same way. That's why the thought of I'm not gonna listen to someone unless they're the finished article, I think you'll possibly lose out on a lot. Not just financial, just in general.
You just have to have a good read of the. You got to be someone that can take a.
It's the opposite of never judge a book by its cover. That's what you're doing. Do you get me? That's literally what you're doing.
Yeah.
Literally what you're doing. Yeah, that's it.
But
So
it's a more risk adverse way of taking advice from people. You'll never go wrong. You might miss out on stuff, but you'll never go wrong.
To me, you'll never go wrong. Like you'll never make a loss, but you'll miss out on a lot of potential profit.
Yeah.
So it's safe.
Okay. Yeah.
Safe. So I don't know. For me, it's like I feel. Like, how do you train up your gut instinct? It's by trusting it, innit?
Yeah.
Is it really? 'Cause I feel like the people that at the end of the rat race done sick. Better than I'm gonna say. A lot of times I just trust my gut.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No. I'm agreeing with you.
So we're talking about fiscals, and we're like,
No, you were. No, you were talking about financial years. My bad.
and then it's so wet, bro. Like,
No, I'm not wet, bro.
so then, like, and part of the times it made me think of like times where I didn't have money, and you're sitting there like, I want to make more, whatever. What's the brokest you've ever felt?
Damn.
And it can even be broke for like a week, or just you're forced to do things because in that singular moment you didn't have money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Damn. The brokest
It's a
I've ever
feeling.
been.
It's a feeling.
You know what? I'm gonna sound bare boring. I don't think I've
I'm not
been.
gonna say I've always been balling.
No. I don't think I've ever been broke to a point.
Go on, say it, money, man.
I don't think
Go on,
I've
money,
ever been broke to a point where I'm like, God, I don't know how I'm gonna live.
Not even that, but bro, the brokest just means just even if it's for a few days or a week, where certain decisions you wouldn't usually make, you're making. You're skipping meals. I don't know, stuff like that.
Yeah, that was.
There you go. That's
There was
it.
like
It gives me a week or a month or
2-week period. God,
What happened?
second year uni. Fuck, I couldn't afford money for my oyster,
But that even yeah.
bro. Because you know how we would have to. Oh, you would cycle to uni them times, but I would get bus in it, bro. That 150, bro.
That walk is long. It's like 20
That
minutes.
bro,
25
that
minutes.
150 was FD, bro. So I was doing.
Went red.
Pardon?
As in, you did it and it went red, so you had to jump back off.
Bro, I have to walk. That was like a 2-3 period. I was just walking to uni because I didn't have enough money. No, do you know what? It was a decision between getting bus or not eating.
You chose well.
I chose to eat.
You chose well. So you were taking bus, yeah? You're taking what? And
Bro, that's-
oh no, you weren't taking bus. 'Cause you had to walk.
I was walking. Bro, that walk was them times there. You're sweating during the walk, you know, because that walk was like we say 20-minute walk. Would you say longer? 20-25-minute walk. That walk there. Nah, fam. I'm just saying. Listen. That walk, I'm sweating. I'm doing this. I've got backpack on me. I've even got football gear as well. I'm just saying, God, help me. I'm just speaking to myself, saying, is this really it? Damn, man, them times were bad.
You know, I think my one, it was first year and I wasn't working. So and this moment made me then work in second year, innit?
Yeah, go on.
I remember I was in my room. I lived across from the uni, so I didn't need to. So distance was never an issue for me. But you know when, like, let's say your parents give you some sort of money and it's like it's got to the end of it, and then you delay it as long as you can because you don't want to ask them.
For like, mama need a bit more.
So I remember I like had started to just cut down eating. But then one day, for the whole day, I just had cough sweets. there was like 5 or 6 left in the packet, and I made them stretch for like a day or two. I did it. But in those days, I was just sleeping to conserve energy. Because 5 or 6 coffees, you can't have 2 active days.
But you know, sometimes you sleep and you wake up, it makes you more hungry than you were before you went to sleep.
And then I'll force myself to go back to bed. And this is not me saying I wasn't getting money, because like my parents were giving me money, but it was just
It wasn't enough.
No. Well, maybe it was me. Maybe I was spending it wrong. But back then, I just remember just being in a moment where I didn't have really money to get anything. So I thought, let me just, and I didn't like asking. I thought, let me wait. See how long I can actually wait. And then I remember just having cough sweets.
Cough sweets. What flavor were they though?
They were the orange ones. I remember that. And they taste like medicine.
Ew.
Yeah, that's when and obviously like, exams were going on too.
That was exam period where you need glucose in your system to battle the exam, to energize your brain.
Nah, man. Yeah, I just remember like I wasn't going out much. I think in that week you went somewhere. I was like, oh, I'm calm.
I got studying to do.
Yeah, I was like, I'm calm. No, I was just curled up in my room, lying down on my bed with the cough sweets next to me on the bed.
Oh gosh, I remember my mum cooked you food because I told her,
whoa,
you're eating cough sweets.
By the way, I told him that for my friend in confidence. And he went and stayed there, and then she's like, oh, this boy, what house does he come from? If you asked me, should I tell my mom? I would have said, don't tell your mom.
I remember she made you food. I ate that shit.
I never got it.
I ate that shit. She gave me like 3 extra care packages. Man, I ate that shit, fam. I guzzled that. Pause.
Do you know how much of a shit person that makes you though?
No, because I had to eat myself. I was going through my own trials and tribulations.
But she made your care packages. So she gave it. How many care packages did you have?
I maybe like 5 or 6.
To last you how long?
Maybe like 2 weeks.
And then you saw me eating coffee. I don't remember hearing it. So that means there was one day you probably came to my room. You saw me eating the cost sweets. I'm like, oh, what are you having? Oh, it's care package. And you knew your mom gave you picture.
It's for you.
And I was like, oh, you're lucky, bro. You're like,
yeah. I said, yeah. Done, bro.
And then he went to get my one specifically, and you're a piece of shit.
It tastes like a piece of shit. I'll tell you that.
But stuff like that, I remember, just made me think.
But I tell you, those times
defines you.
Yeah, that's when you really find out who you are. Your mental resilience is tested, and I think as people, you need to go through them tough times, bro.
Hey, do you think? So you know that a lot of that part of that stress was uni time, exams, whatever. Yeah. Do you think exams are a good metric of measuring someone's capability at a certain thing? Do you think there are other ways they could do it?
People always have this discussion. I'm trying to think. There should be, but how would you?
How were you with exams when you were younger?
No, I don't really. I didn't really stress with exams.
See, that's mad. I used to be so scared.
I didn't really stress. I just always said to myself, listen, you're only stressing because like how I saw it. Yeah, with an exam, I'm like, they're not giving you the exam to try and trip you up. They're just doing the exam to kind of give you a chance to kind of show off like what you know. So you'd only be stressed if like you haven't prepared well for the exam. That's how I saw it, me personally.
I never felt I was prepared enough, so I'd always bug.
And that's why. So it's not because you didn't like exams; it's because you never prepared for exams.
No, but even ones I prepared for, I was still bugging.
Just stressing.
Even ones that I knew would be easy because I was good at that subject, bugging like to the point where it would take me half an hour to actually be able to do the first question because I'd be bugging. I would forget everything I know.
What do you think it is? Do you think that's just the threat of the unknown?
Just stress. And I was anxious. I was mad anxious.
But then I feel as if everyone does get anxious. You know when like
there are levels to it. There's like a healthy level and like an unhealthy level.
Yeah, because I feel as if when you're in an exam, yeah, like the first like 5, 10, 15 minutes, yeah. Well, go on.
No, that time when I was too stressed and then it.
Oh boy.
No, a bit.
Yeah. I think see with exams. Yeah, I think it's one of the ones where
I hate exams. Man.
Oh, like the first 10, 15 minutes before the exam, like when you're lining up, when you're going in, when the invigilators are just doing the most, you're a bit like tense in it. But then sometimes it's just like once you get the pen in your hand and you just start writing, like you just forget you're in an exam in a bit.
No, do you know what? I think uni was the first time I had calm exams. Actually, that's cap. No, since primary school, that was the first time I had calm exams.
But then, do you think that's just because it was a subject that you relatively enjoyed?
What, uni?
Yeah.
Nah, I think it was my whole approach. I was actually like, I was able to focus and revise before. Cause I'll be at home by myself, innit? So most times I'm just watching YouTube videos for like 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
And then like, so now I'm staying up till 2, 3 revising, but I'm revising by watching a film or something. So I'm not actually sitting down and focusing.
Yeah, that's out. Yeah, that's.
Did you get me? Yeah,
That's deep.
yeah. I was not able to focus.
So, bro, of course you're gonna be anxious if you're going into exam. You're gonna be remembering Rush Hour 1, Rush Hour 2 that was in the background while you were studying.
I couldn't focus. Like for the life of me, I wasn't able to focus on anything.
Were you the man that used to take them pills, them concentration pills?
No, but I should have. Looking back,
Man,
on
that's all placebo, fam.
No,
I
they're
don't
actual
believe
stuff.
that shit, man. That's all placebo.
It's real medicine.
Bro, that's all fake, bro. I remember when people used to shut them at uni. I'm like, bro, that ain't doing shit.
I never tried them. I wish I tried them. All right.
They're
So,
fake, man.
what was your most stressful exam?
God, there's one exam that always comes to my head when I'm like, bro, this is
Was it
fucked.
in uni?
Yeah, but that was just because I just wasn't prepared for it. I remember during uni, like, you know how you have like seminars every week, yeah? I didn't go to like the first 6, innit? And then they sent me like a letter saying, no, if you don't go to the next one, we're gonna kick you off the course. So I started going, yeah. It was political economy.
In uni?
Yeah.
You were doing this in uni?
Yeah, man.
What year?
Third year, man.
But I lived with you. I didn't know this.
Yeah, I just weren't going seminars.
They were gonna
man.
kick you. Oh, it was compulsory. That's mad.
Yeah, they were
My
like, you
God.
didn't go to like the first like I think I missed like 4, not 6. I'm lying. I think it was like.
Was
4,
it called?
Political economy? But then I picked it because I thought it'd be easy. I thought it'd just be like talking shit about like
The politics of the economy.
yeah, just that talking about policies and stuff. I go to the class on the 5th lesson. I'm seeing maths equations.
And what?
In political economy, in politics,
hard.
there's formula,
Because this life is a formula.
bro. I go to the first slide. Yeah, I see where the woman's come from. How she did her masters in like Cambridge and she was a lecturer in Cambridge. I said, why is this woman coming to our uni? Stay in Cambridge.
Is that what you actually thought?
Pardon?
Is that what you actually thought?
Yes.
What an L opinion. Man said I've paid the same price of uni for them, but I want shitter teachers.
Yeah, but bro, I ain't using this in the future. Just let me get my first in this module and leave. Why are you putting equations in political economy? Why? I just want to know what Boris Johnson is doing.
That's your fault for not researching the subject before you picked it. Was it
Who researches subjects before they pick it? They just go by the name, bro.
No, and then they show you what the synopsis of the modules will be.
And the synopsis looked great. One of them was about policy. Why is there an equation to find out? There was an algebra equation to find out like
That was interesting.
the amount of like I don't know, just to find the optimum way to
The optimum amount of politics in the economy, or what?
or like the optimum amount of like persuade you need to do to sway someone's vote. Some shit,
Raw.
bro. That's
hard.
It was just, bro. It was dumb shit.
So they were like working out how much of something you need to persuade someone.
Bro,
So that
don't
manipulation.
take my word for it because the grade I got,
You don't know anything about it. You don't know anything
that
about
grade I got was crazy.
So in the exam, how did you feel?
Oh, bro, I remember that was the first time I've ever done an all night before an exam. Yeah. Because I knew nothing. I remember 2 weeks before the exam, I rang my academic tutor. I said, "Listen, I can't do this." I said, "Take me off this course." I said I would rather start a new module with 2 weeks to go before an exam than do this exam. And then he laughed in my face. He said, "That's impossible. We can't do that."
I think he loved it.
Bro, he laughed in my face. I said, "Please, I can't do this exam, bro." And I remember there was coursework that I didn't do in it because I was just away from uni for a couple of weeks and there was coursework I didn't do in it. I come back, yeah, and I remember everyone was fucked up the coursework. And then I did like an EC and they were like, "Listen, we'll take your 100% like course your 100% exam grade." So I was like, "Calm, I'll pattern the exam, bang a first in the exam, then get a first overall." Boy, I get to the exam. I remember looking at the first question. I couldn't do it. Second question, I couldn't do it. Third question, I couldn't do it. Fourth question, I couldn't do it. Fifth question,
So stressful.
I could do like the first. Yeah, we had a bit of technical difficulties.
You were saying, you were like,
Yeah, question 5, I could do that one because I remember. Yeah, she told us that was gonna come up the day before, so I made sure I memorized that answer, and I knew I'd get 8 marks in the back. 8 marks in the back.
I was like 75.
I'm 100, bro. 6, couldn't do. 7, I could do a bit. 8, fuck, God, that's I couldn't do that. And then I turned, and it said end of paper.
That's the worst feeling.
That's what I said. You know when you're down in the trenches in an exam.
You start clocking. What grade can I get?
Yeah, you start calculating. Okay, if I do this question,
Damage
right,
control.
this question,
Damage
right, this
control.
question, right,
Damage
what
control.
do I get? I remember, I'll never forget this number. It was 24.
I broke my ring because I said this so hard.
It was 24. I said me. So yeah, I cannot get 24 in the paper. That's a fail.
Yeah, bad that is.
That's a
God.
fail. I looked to the right. My friend, they weren't next to me, but they were next to me after. I said, I'm fucked. I whispered, I'm fucked.
What did they do?
They laughed because I told them.
Were they calm?
They were man. They were calm. They were trying to teach me the whole course in like a day. Large up Mark, my brother, man. But anyway, I've gone to the toilet.
Large up him for getting you 24.
We built on that. So T2's now I've gone to the toilet.
Done the splash thing.
I've gone into the toilet. I've said, nah, T, wake up. You've done it all night. Wake up. I've looked in the mirror. I've slapped myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've gone down. I've splashed water on my face like this. Wake up. You're better than this. You're better than this. I said, T, when you go back in there, you're going to fuck it up. I sit back down. I say, all right, cool. What can we do? Then? I said, I said, it's not about banging a good mark in this paper. It's about damage control.
Get what you can.
Yeah.
Get
So
mark
now
here, 2 marks.
It's about being a fox in the box now. if one question is worth 10, let's try and get 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to now.
fox in the box.
Let's say a question is like describe like what. So see how there's parts in the question will not be like describe. I'll do like everything I know because I know on the next part I ain't doing nothing. So I'm just saying I'm hoping it equals out.
You were like
Writing down everything I know.
Like you're choosing where to put your most energy.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking I'm just putting everything I know, bro. There were some points I didn't even know what I was writing down, but I was just writing down stuff, just hoping they'll just give me follow through marks.
And then
I wrote that just everything I know.
Wait,
so
so
the whole module I wrote that, even if the question didn't ask me for
You
it,
put it
I wrote it down.
just in case they can fish an answer out.
Just for pity marks.
So ask me this here: were you there when the clock finished for finishing? Like, were you writing up until that point, or was it like 20 minutes?
Nah, I stayed on to the end. I walked out and I said I failed that exam.
What did you think you got when you walked out?
I think I got like 30.
And then what did you actually get?
I got 46.
Nearly half, to be fair.
So I passed.
Because for the mock, it's 40.
Yeah, I passed. But bro, I looked at that.
Close. It was touch and go for a second.
When I saw the 46, I said, fair enough.
I'll
T.
take that.
You done well there. I said, fair enough, T. You done well there. You done well there. Yeah, that was a bad exam, bro. Bad. God. I'm even thinking about the way I was feeling that day.
That's it then.
I just went to sleep after.
That's what you can do.
Yeah, my mom asked me how the exam was. I just said it went.
It was okay.
I said it happened.
I hear that. You'll be honest that it was dead.
It happened.
And then from that, she knew it was dead.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Oh man, that was a bad one. Oh my gosh. Damn! That woman was evil. That exam was hard. Jesus.
I think my worst ones, I remember, were probably A level. A level fucked me up.
C2 in 2000 and C2 in 2000 and
Edexcel.
yeah, C2 in 2016. I remember that hit everyone like the plague, bro.
And when?
Nah, maybe 2015, I think. 2015, C2 in 2015.
That means I might have done it as well then, yeah.
That must mean your retake year.
Yeah.
That I remember going on student room after. Okay. Yeah, everyone was complaining.
It was hard,
My boy smashed his phone after that exam, bro. He dashed that. But anyway, sorry, bro.
No, I think, but from then I was always destined to fail on it. So I'm looking back at it, I'm not too bothered.
Wait, so you don't even talk about it?
Not as in I can, but when I look back on it, I was set up.
Why? Go on.
I was doing 5 A levels in first year.
Like, you're one of those kids.
No, but I'm not, because the maths I was doing, it wasn't in school. I was having 2 lessons a week.
But you are.
Yeah, but not for C1 and C2. And you know, because usually it's C1, C2, and 1 if you pick statistics or mechanics, whatever. Do you know what I was doing?
You're doing like further maths.
C1, C2, C3, C4, M1, M2.
in AS.
along with 4 other ASs.
Why?
Man, I tell you, man.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I was set up. As a child, I shouldn't. I was set
But
up.
why? But why did you choose to do that?
I was set up. It was the only decision I could make. I was set up.
Well, your school made you do that.
Basically, yeah.
Were other people doing that as well?
No.
So why did you do it?
It was a setup.
Well, because they said you're gifted and talented. Or
No,
what?
because my grades were dead.
So why did they make you do it?
So
You're
basically,
not answering the question.
so my grades were dead, yeah. So then, like, when it came to enrollment for college, I didn't have enough for my favorite subject because the way they do it, it's an average of all your grades.
Yeah.
So my best grade was maths, which I got an A. Imagine I got an A in maths, but they said I couldn't do maths at the college because the average of my results didn't give me a high enough number to do maths. Even though I got an A in maths. You get me? So I ended up doing chemistry, biology, psychology, and politics.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then I had to do maths outside of a separate tutor. I was just seeing him twice a week, but we were doing double the content. I should have just done C1, C2, and
Why didn't you?
Because he said we should do that, and I was like, okay.
So he set you up. But why did he want you to do that?
Because it was him thinking that his teacher would be that sick that I could do it with less lessons and do double the work.
So he was being a bit arrogant towards himself.
Looking back on it, because I was a kid, I'm not gonna be like. I was like,
Yeah, you're not gonna rebuttal him.
bro. When I tell you, when it got to that point, I didn't get it, man. The better, I just knew I'm gonna fail this. Like I'm like, I remember I was looking at the C4, still reading the book, seeing stuff for the first time.
C4 in AS. Hey yo, that's a different kettle of fish, bro.
That's when I was so stressed that I was.
Yeah, okay, I hear that.
Do you know what I started doing in that exam season?
I didn't even want to hear what's gonna come out of your
I
mouth.
told myself, for some reason, why do I only focus when it's dark outside? I've noticed that in that time. So you know what I did? I bought black Velcro to cover the windows, so it would always feel like nighttime when I was revising in my room. No natural light whatsoever.
This explains a lot of your grinding.
But the thing is, it didn't work back then because back then I couldn't focus.
But why were you doing that? The Velcro.
Because in my mind, I noticed that because it was dark outside, it was less distracting, so I could do work. Because I noticed I would wake up aware. You know when in college they give you some leave, they give you study leave, don't they?
Yeah.
So in those periods, I clocked that for some reason I'll stay up the whole day, not do work. But when it hits start 9-10 p.m, I can finally do some work. So I thought maybe it's because it's less distractions, less light. So I tried it.
I think it's because I honestly think it's because you're procrastinating, and when you see darkness, you're like, "Fuck, it's the end of the day." And I haven't done anything. Let me try and do some work before I get tired.
I felt like the nighttime vibe. I preferred it. I felt like an owl, so I was like, I'm gonna make it feel like it was nighttime all the time.
It feels like you're grinding when you're working in the nights, overnight sessions.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no.
While everyone's sleeping, I'm hustling.
No, back then I was definitely the most stressed. But the weirdest reaction I had to an exam was in uni. But I wasn't anywhere near as stressed as in uni. I was pretty calm. Like uni was the first time I was getting consistent good grades because I was actually able to like learn to focus in it. I remember because also it was a good study. We would go to the library. It was structured. Yeah. Remember, yeah. So there was one maths exam. It was probably the one I was the most scared of. Yeah. And I remember I'd done an all-nighter and banged bare energy drink and coffee. So I'm now, I think it was numbers and sets. I hated it, man. Numbers and set theory. So then now we're in there. First question, I don't really get it. Second question, I don't really get it. Third question, I don't really get it. And I'm just stressed because I knew this was my weakest subject. It's very abstract thinking. And with maths, I don't really like that. So we're doing an exam. And I'm stressing, yeah. Looking at my paper. And then maybe it's because I've been up for like 2 days. I start to feel the weirdest sensation in my body, like I needed to piss, but it was more intense.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm just doing maths. I'm sitting in the set theory. How do I do this? And I'm getting stressed, yeah. And when I'm getting stressed, I'm thinking, whoa, what's that feeling? Yeah. I had to Google it after. It felt like, oh my life, it literally felt like I was gonna nervous nut or something. I don't know what I don't know if it was a mixture of the caffeine, not sleeping. My body was just moving, my heart rate was going like that, innit? It was like, I was like, why am I feeling like this? Yeah. And then
one climax.
And then I remember I was at the table looking around like, should I go to the toilet? What's happening? Yeah. So I remember I clenched the wood of the table. I went and just patted. I was like, whoa, what the fuck was that? It was like a wave, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I got back to doing it. But then after, I was like, imagine, because when I was clenching it, it was controlling whatever was going on. I don't know if it's stress, the caffeine, whatever. But I was like, imagine if
Yeah.
From nothing. And I wasn't having no thoughts. I was literally just stressed doing maths.
Yeah.
How fucking weird was it? And then I googled it, and it was stress induced.
Yeah, I don't want that on my laptop's memory, fam. My laptop's history, fam. Oh, it's a thing.
Ejaculating during the exam.
It's a thing. Wow. So Fados Googled stress-induced ejaculation.
It was that, bro.
And the first thing that comes up is ejaculates during exams.
And it's an official
Go
site.
ask Alice.
Columbia University. It's a thing. And I've never experienced that.
Okay, but interestingly, women describe spontaneous orgasms when nervousness, stress, and tensions are at high levels. Our bodies, via the sympathetic nervous system, work to relax us. In your case, ejaculating may be one of your brain and body's calming methods.
So my buddy said, "You're too stressed, chief.
I need to get it out somehow."
This is the president thing. My buddy made the decision. He said, "I don't want my leader to be stressed." It's a thing. But yeah, and I came out of the exam, I was telling people, because I was like, what the fuck happened? People looking at me like, ugh.
Well, they're in their damn right too.
But they're doing that because
they're in there, don't touch me, you fucking wrong them.
Hear me out. Do you know why they're looking at me? Because they think I'm having thoughts. As they think I'm there. I wasn't. I was focused on fucking sets. Sets. No, that's funny. No, set. I was focused on set, not sex. That's mad. But yeah, no.
Who you next to during your exam?
I didn't care. I was concerned about not flipping.
No,
but so that's probably. But I didn't feel as stressed as I did back in the day. But that was the weirdest biological thing that happened. Yeah, they said oh, this is something else. Okay, that's something else. But yeah, that was it. That's probably the weirdest one.
Damn.
I think it's just like it was a stress attack.
Yeah, let's just call it a stress attack. Yeah.
I was getting horny by the numbers.
You could be.
But that is probably the scariest I've ever. As the scariest as in, because deep, imagine I did that. Then what do I do? I can't stay and sit there.
What if you come in your pants?
from just doing.
Whoa! Why did it sound like you had thrown in your mouth? Whoa! Hey, when you play that back, bro, I heard it in the headphones. That sounded crazy. Nah, that sounded like you were guzzling something, bro.
I'm nervous again, but it's gone the wrong direction.
Allow that, bro. Hey, yo, that's wild, bro.
But yeah, literally, yeah, that was it. That's probably the scariest. And I can remember after I said, I was so lucky. Because this happens to people, but I pattern the situation. There's a lot of men that don't pattern it. Do you think if you're not, you're going to finish the exam?
You have to, bro.
I'm sitting there in my nut and doing the exam.
Bro, you just have to affirm it, bro.
I'll go to the bathroom and deal with it and then come back for like a good 5 minutes or whatever.
I'll just finish my exam, man. I'll just finish my exam. Oh, but the smell will start. Yeah,
no, forget that. Even though imagine you not, people will notice.
No, they won't.
You think that? I'll be honest. That thing, that was the scariest thing because it was mad intense. I'm doing it. I don't know if I would have been able to not make it.
So you're trying to tell me in the exam you'll just go.
No, it'll be something more subtle, but it'll be. Remember, it's silent in there. You can hear anything. I think it'll be a thing like I maybe would have been like, like when I think I'm maybe like. You'll hear that in a room. People will ever look at you like, what the fuck? And then deep it, and if like you do that for 10 seconds.
10. Bro, we filling up a bucket.
Pause. But yeah, that's what I said from that day. I was lucky, and then I said I have to handle my stress better because I never experienced that in my life.
I hope so. Bloody hell.
That was scary. And I'll forever be known as that guy.
At uni,
that's something in uni.
Can you imagine? Yeah. That's at uni when you're a big 20+-year-old. At school, I could be like, maybe he's going through hormones. Nah, bro, you're a big man when you're at uni, bro.
But clearly, it's a stress anxiety thing, which I didn't know about.
That's when you start meditating, like the day after.
Yeah, first year I wasn't meditating. So first.
That's probably why we stopped recording during when you're looking for your job. You just stressed.
I said, team. I don't care
just
about the point. I don't care about
on camera.
what the fuck? Yeah, let's wrap this up. It's done.
Then he said, "You'll do."
I'm being real because you know how quiet the thing is. People hear you. Like, nah. Because you have to remember, I'm tired. I'm drained already because I'm tired. I've been caffeine. Then that was. I probably would have.
Yeah.
Even for me to prevent, I'm gripping the wood with so much tension in my fingers. Pause. I meant the winner table. The winner.
Hey, no, let's end this shit now.
This is getting cut. Let's
end this shit now.
But do you get what I mean? As in the table.
Nah.
You're right. Biggest pause ever.
Yeah. This to go there. This to go mad.
I said, gripping the wood with so much what?
You said
tension.
I'm gripping the wood with so much tension. And when you did this, bro, maybe like you were just engrossing.
No, I'm cutting that. Let's say
nah, that was funny, bro.
No, but because I didn't mean that. I meant actual wood. Like
you got pausing, so it's calm.
Yeah, but yeah, I was that's that's my worst exam, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not as in how stressed I was, but stressed about that situation of the exam.
The paranormal experience.
That scared, man. Like I generally. I was even scared. What if this happens again? What if this is a thing for me now? Where I walk around the street.
That's just you that you can't control. Just bricked. Just bricked, bro.
I thought, what's wrong?
Bricked.
I'll say something after God.
Yeah, man. These are just bricked in the exam.
No, that was the scariest. Nah.
Oh man, let's end this episode
You
and
can't
get
make
out.
that a rule. That's not a rule. They can find that.
Bro, that has to be a
It's
rule.
not. It's not a rule.
That has to go.
My coins already. That's not real.
Bro, I was bricked in the exam.
No, but what's scary is that, bro, the fact I wasn't even touching. I was just doing my work. I don't. That day I said,
"Who am I?"
I was such. I'm reliving. I was shit.
But yeah, man, it's been a good one. Bro, to be fair, we've had some technical difficulties in this episode, but we keep it moving, we keep it churning, we keep on working, man. Yeah, man, it's been your boy T.
It's been your boy F.
Whilst you're here, if you got down here, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Follow us on Instagram, Agenda Over Facts Pod, YouTube, subscribe, Agenda Over Facts Podcast, TikTok, Agenda Over Facts Pod. Connect with us, network with us, build with us, grow with us, become one of us. Yes, it's another episode.
Can you read it?
No.
Please. It just someone came to help on the website. Dear Alice, that's the name of the website. I have a problem that is really uncomfortable for me to deal with, but I'm embarrassed to ask anyone if they had the same experience. Whenever I take an exam, I sometimes ejaculate in my underwear. I think it may be some sort of stress reaction. Once it's over, I feel very calm and I can continue on. Is something wrong, and how common is this? What should I do?
Okay, yeah, and on that note, we're signing out. Agenda Over Facts, Season 2, Episode 23, done. I'm sorry, we're getting out of here.
Every time.
Yeah, we're done.